Welcome back to Behind the Game with Terry, and let's get ready for the Sports Rundown. A University of Tennessee women's basketball player was arrested on Friday. Ruby Whitehorn was charged with aggravated burglary and domestic assault. Staying on the topic of women's basketball, a lot of WNBA players are injured, and I wonder why. Sydney Colson is out with an ACL tear. Aria McDonald is out with a foot injury, and many more athletes are injured. So it won't be me to call out the WNBA, but Kathy, what are you doing? This is what you get for scheduling back-to-back-to-back games. It's nobody's fault but yours. Now you got season-ending injuries, and I feel sorry for the players at the end of the day. Maybe if you gave them a break and let them relax and heal, this wouldn't have been an issue. But that's just me. Something I'll do as commissioner. Now it's time for some NFL. So the NFL kicked off their preseason games. You get it? Kicked off. They kicked off their preseason games with the Ravens beating the Colts 24-16. The Eagles beating the Bengals 34-27, with the Eagles doing their famous tush push that almost got banned. The Seahawks and the Raiders were a tie. So now let's jump into Friday. On Friday, the Lions beat the Falcons 17-10, but they decided to cancel the game due to defensive back Maurice Norris having a serious injury that required ambulance on the field. The Browns beat the Panthers 30-10 with Shedeur Sanders having 2 impressive touchdowns, and we're all going to know what the haters think about.
Just because he got 2 passing touchdowns in his first game against Carolina doesn't mean he's going to be a star. And post. Yeah, I feel good.
The Patriots beat the Commanders 48-18, and that was Friday's games. Now, Saturday, we have a lot. The Giants beat the Bills 34-25. Vikings beat Texas 20-10. The Rams beat the Cowboys 31-21. The Steelers beat the Jaguars 31-25. Buccaneers beat the Titans 29-7. The Jets beat the Packers 30-10. The Cardinals beat the Chiefs 20-17. And the Broncos beat the 49ers 30-9. On Sunday, the Dolphins and the Bears tied for 24, and the Chargers beat the Saints 27-13. And that was the NFL breakdown. Oof, I need a water breakdown. And that was your sports rundown. Now let's get ready for Terry's training camp. Just giving everyone an update on the Cristiano Ronaldo's ab routine. This was day 2, day 3, and day 4. And I'll be posting day 5 once I am done with the challenge. Day 5, day 6, and day 7. See ya. Now it's time for Terry's Sports Strip. Now it's time for the 3-point play.
I'm Schneider Rozier. I'm the Associate Director of Marketing for Florida Atlantic Athletics. And here's 3 tips on how you can break into the sports industry with internships. The first tip is figure out what department you want to work in. There's marketing, there's social media, there's graphic designing, there's development. So once you figure out which one you want to work in, then it's just a simple email. And my suggestion is to email everybody, right? Because somebody's going to see it. Let's say there's 20 people on the staff. One of the 20 people is going to find it and, of course, reach back out to you. So once you figure out what department you want to work in, you should do that. The next tip is once you're in, you got to network. So just because you're in the marketing department or development department or creative department, it doesn't mean you don't have to branch out and speak to other departments, right? Because if you don't know what you're familiar with as far as marketing or you're not familiar with development, just cross-networking is very important to understanding what everybody does. And then you never know, you might actually start in marketing and go into a different department or vice versa. And then once you do all of those things, then just figure out which one you want to do, right? So you always want to wake up with passion and the sense of, I can't wait to go to work the next morning. Because if you wake up out of bed and you're just kind of like drowsy, you're like, I don't really want to go in, then that just takes away the day already. So you're already kind of like taking a step back. Always want to take a step forward. And those are my 3 tips on how to break into the sports industry.
Thank you guys for watching Behind the Game with Terry, and we'll see you next time.